Hi, my name is Soli. I will be working with you from now until May. I just want to reassure you that whatever we talk about is confidential, unless you are harming yourself or others.
Okay, nice to meet you. I'm Andrea.
So, Andrea, tell me a little bit about yourself. What's been going on?
Well, I'm 16 and I've been living here at the residential home for 3 years. I really miss my mom and my siblings, but they live really far. So I'm struggling with that.
So, you want to move closer to them?
Yeah, that's one thing that I would like to change soon with your help.
Is there a problem with the staff or with the kids?
No, there's no problem with the staff, and I seem to make friends here pretty easily, but I'm not happy at all because I miss my home and my family, and I'm losing connections to people that I grew up with. This is just too far.
So, if I'm understanding correctly, you are unhappy in this residential home because you're too far away from your family and you feel like you're losing connections within where you come from.
Yeah.
How is the relationship with your mother going?
I mean, it's okay. It could be better because I don't see her enough, so that's a problem.
Okay, I see. Maybe we can talk about this with your mom. Bring her in, you can tell her your concerns. Would you think that's a good option?
Yeah, I would be willing to sit in. That.
So maybe I can look in to some residential areas near your home. I'm not sure when it would be available or if they have room, but I will be looking and I will let you know about any residential homes that come up. We can go on a visit. If you like it, that's good. If you don't like it, we can keep on looking. How do you feel about that?
I like that. That sounds like a good option to start with.
Okay, that's good.
Well, there's some other things that I should probably talk to you about before I came to live here
Okay.
at the home. So what happened with my mom before I came here was, she was missing, like she wouldn't come home for 3 days. She would be working really late. When she did come home, she would get home while we were sleeping. Some days me and my siblings wouldn't have food to eat. The lights would be shut out because there was no money to pay the bills and there was nobody around to help us. So I started doing bad in school. I would cut class, not go. And I think that's really why I'm here.
What was your behavior during all this? What were you feeling when all this was happening?
Just not happy, just like my life is falling apart and I have nobody to help me. None of my friends or family really knew. I mean, my friends didn't really know what was going on at the time. But for family, I just have my mom and my 2 siblings. We don't really have a lot of family to help us besides mom. So I really look up to my mom and, to keep the family together and to provide for us. And she's not able to do it. So me being the oldest sibling, I felt like if I can't handle this and I can't take care of my 2 younger sisters, what's going to happen? And so, I just kind of gave up and I started failing class and I'm here.
So maybe this is something we need to talk about with your mom present. Maybe you can tell her about your feelings towards it. We know that you want to go back to live with her, but maybe we can see what more you can ask her, like what has been going on with her.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what's going on with her, but I have so many problems of my own, like getting kicked out of school, for example. I'm only 16, I don't see how I can try to help my mom out with her problems and at the same time help myself out too. Like, we need help, so.
Well, maybe we can work together on this. Maybe we can come up with some ways that you think are best and that you think you can accomplish. How does that sound?
That sounds good if you know, if she's going to be willing to come in and talk to us and receive your help and come up with a plan, that would be great. But my main focus is getting out of this home and either finding a new home to live in so I can still see my mom and my siblings, or trying to get back into my actual home so I can help my family and so we can start to live better, you know, just come up with a plan for us.
Okay, I will try looking for a residential home near your area and see what I can come up with and see if there's any openings available. What are some things that you would like to work on if you do end up leaving here and going into the new residential home, or you might end up back in your mom's house with your sisters?
Well, since I'm only 16, I really want to focus on finishing my education. That's important to me. And I really I need your help with, like, making sure that me and my siblings have food in the house and making sure that we have a caretaker, so I'm not responsible for taking care of my younger siblings when my mom is working late, because I feel like that shouldn't be my responsibility. Because like I said before, when I was in school and I was trying to take care of my siblings, I'm too young, so like I couldn't even focus on my homework, my grades, and I just stopped going to school. And you know, I can't really work right now, I'm too young, I think. So we need help trying to figure out who's gonna be there taking care of us, watching us while my mom is at work late, and making sure we have food on the table, and making sure we're all doing well in school. That's really the main goals that are important to me, and otherwise I'm just gonna not be happy. I'm not happy here right now, and I won't be happy going back home if things are not fixed, like if we don't have a plan.
Okay, we can work on that. We can come up with a plan. Maybe we can look out for some resources that would help with food, caretaking, and maybe you can focus on your education and maybe work at the weekends for like 4 hours if you're open to that option.
That sounds like a great idea, but at first, when I get back home, I think the transition for me is going to take some time because I've been living here for so long. So before I focus on getting a job and getting back into school, I really just want to take things slowly. You know, when I move, if you move me into another residential home, or if I move back to my actual home, I just need some time to settle in for wherever I am, you know, because I have anxiety from moving. I mean, all over the place. Me and my mom, we had 3 different homes, and we got evicted from 2 of them, and the last one she was at for the longest time. But I mean, I'm worried about my siblings and my mom right now. I feel like, what if they lose their house? Like, what if they lose their home again? And you know, I just feel like I'm like one of the, like I'm responsible for them because I'm like the older sibling. And so if I can't, like if something bad happens to my mom or my sisters, I'm gonna feel responsible for it. So I really need your help, like, because I'm a mess. Like, I'm not happy with the situation at all. Like,
Okay, well, we can definitely work on this together. We'll come up with a plan and see what's best for you that you would like to do. And if you don't want to move in with your mom just right now, right away, maybe we can look into the residential home and see if you fit in and see what resources they have for you. And then we'll go from there. Does that sound like a good option to you?
yes, that sounds good.